The snake is eating one of my fish.
And the other one's probably red belly too.
That's it?
No, he's got one of my fish.
Oh man.
My big ones. Hey y'all, what's going on? Tony here, Creative Fish Studio, and yes, we've been having a snake problem at the pond. And so just kind of want to go over maybe a few things that have changed this year, why we're having snakes. We didn't have any in the pond last year, and we monitored quite a bit. And so we never saw any, I'll say that. We never saw any in the pond. And I think there's a couple reasons why. And so let's go ahead and let's just take a quick look at it. Pretty much everything about the pond is the same. We haven't changed a whole lot other than adding some plants in here. The rocks are the same. The rocks in the back are the same, which we've actually had snakes in there and up along them, as you've seen in the footage. And the one that was eating the fish I saw back here just below that little vent on the side of the house, right behind the filter there. So right along the wall, right back there where that tube is. I still need to cover that tube. That's been on my to-do list. You can see we've got the snake back. It's going up in the rocks. Not sure if it's the same one. This one seems definitely to be smaller in size than the last one that came through and killed one of the fish, but I'm going to be trying to get rid of him here in just a minute. Got a hoe here to help guide him away and be able to scoop him up if needed and move him to a new location in the yard. So I don't know if they're hiding inside of maybe the waterfall that I've got here or under the rock that is a fake rock there in the middle right here. That does my little diverter for the waterfall. They do go into the grass when we chase them out. They go under the hydrangea bush in these grasses. So one of the things that we've changed is the two grasses on the side used to be lemongrass, and I've read that lemongrass is actually a snake deterrent. They don't like the smell of it. So that's one thing that I've done differently is I don't have any lemongrass around the pond this year, but also we used snake away. So last year we used this Dr. T's snake away that we had gotten at Home Depot, and we just kind of poured a border around here. And so maybe that is part of it too. The two things that we haven't done this year is we haven't done the lemongrass and the snake away. So the fish are all in hiding mode because of the snakes. They're not up at the surface like they normally are. We do have some algae that I need to try and address. That's kind of, you can see it actually on the top of the water here, right next to the lily pads, and along the lily pad stems we've got algae growing off of them. And so that's something that I need to try and address and take care of. But I did add these two lily pads. They've been flowering and beautiful. This corkscrew rush was added, and then the arrowheads over there were added. So quite a bit of little additions. We did move this corkscrew rush from behind to the side here, but yeah, so we are just monitoring for the snakes and trying to make sure that we don't lose any more fish. We've only seen one. There was another one snake that had a bulge in the belly, and I don't know if he'd feasted on a goldfish or not, but we haven't really been able to count all the goldfish because they, as you can see, are not coming up to the surface. And when we feed them, they kind of dart and hit the top and grab the food and go. So it's a little bit different this summer because of that and not having the fish up for us to enjoy. But overall, the pond itself is looking good and holding up and sturdy this second year we've had it, and still looks great. So we're enjoying it other than the snakes. So if we can get that taken care of, then we'll be in business. All right, well, there you have it, guys. That's what we got going on here. We got snakes, lots of them. We know that they're around us. They're in the creek. We see them all over the property all the time, but this is the first time that they've been in the pond is this summer, and basically in the last 2 weeks. And we've seen quite a few of them. We've lost at least one of the large fish that I had, the shabunkins that I had. And so, you know, we're going to be trying to get rid of the snakes by moving them and then implementing some things to keep them out. And so that's what we're doing right now. The fish are totally freaked out by them, and as well they should be. You know, they've seen several of their fish being removed from the pond this year by me, getting rid of some of the common goldfish in there, and then the snake coming in and targeting them. So we had 2 fish actually die, 2 of the newer ones that we'd put in, who had been quarantined and doing well. I don't know if they were you know, bit by the snake or what, maybe not eaten, I don't know, but we did lose 2, which is the first time we've actually just lost any to, we don't know what, you know, floating on the surface. First time is this year. But overall, the pond is doing well. A lot of sunshine here and a lot of heat, and it doesn't get much shade, so I need to figure that out, try and find some more shade to keep the algae down. We're already doing big water changes this year, doing extras whenever we have a lot of rain to try and get the water back in balance. And so yeah, it's a little bit busy, not a whole lot of work still to have this, but there's definitely some maintenance that you have to do. And so I got a lot longer hose now so that I can run all the water as I drain it out to the back of the property, so it's not making a muddy mess up here when I do it. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. As always, have fun fish keeping, guys. We'll see you next time.